All right, this is just going to be a quick video to point you in the direction of a website that I just created. And I think that's where I'm going to end up having to put any content out because they're just going to keep banning me from TikTok and YouTube. I'm on my last leg here, so I just got out of YouTube jail. Um, I was prevented from putting any content out for 2 weeks. I forgot what the third strike is, but the next one would be my third strike. And eventually they're just going to get rid of me altogether because I didn't say anything very controversial in the last video. And so I was going to go into a few different things here that I wanted to go over. However, I want this to get out. I don't want to say anything controversial that's going to get this video taken down because I want you to get a chance to see it. The website is www.kopfw9233.wix site. That's wixsite.com/deconstruct, which I'll just put in the comments or the description so that you can look that up. And I'm going to put a lot of videos and stuff up there, a lot of the documents that I reference, so that there are links that you can just click on and take you to the documents I'm talking about. The videos will be there for some additional explanatory value, as well as some blogs as I'm able to complete them. The website is up. Um, One small victory is on my third TikTok account. I was actually able to generate um, I got like over 1.7 million views where I was able to get my website out, and and I got actually more followers in 2 days than I did on my first account, which lasted a few months before they ended up taking it down. So I'm glad at least it generated some traffic. The censorship is becoming increasingly um, difficult to circumvent. It's just getting really bad. Like I said, the last video I did that you can't see because they removed it is was very like middle of the road almost, like it was pretty innocuous, and yet they removed it. So um, if you want to have content that's probably going to last longer, I hope, unless they pull some kind of a internet kill switch, which is not just made up in the realm of conspiracy. That's something that the Obama administration, I think they developed that or initiated it. And then, of course, we have that in the New World Order rumblings as the globalist operations like the World Economic Forum are talking about it heavily um, and doing, well, I would say running drills on it at the moment. So to me, it seems to be a matter of time, in which case I would imagine that even independent websites would be removed. But at any rate, that I think will last a little longer. Um, the TikToks, I mean, they're getting deleted more and more quickly. This last one was deleted in like 2 days, and the same is in the works for YouTube. So we'll have to do it that way. I'll have to use the website if you have any interest in um, seeing things continue to be put out as new information emerges. Another recommendation I have, and I'll always have, is just go to Infowars. Just watch Infowars. This is where I'm getting the vast majority of my information anyway. I find it interesting when some of the criticisms I've gotten are, you have a lot of good information, but you really need to drop the Alex Jones obsession. Well, it's not. It's an information obsession, but a lot of the information I'm getting comes from Infowars, comes from Alex Jones and Owen Schroyer, Harrison Smith, Stu Peters, all those people. So if I have good information, then you're saying that Alex Jones has good information, since it's the same information. And he does the same damn thing I do. He says, hey, look at what's in this document. And then he shows you the document and says, look here. Look there. You can go here to find that. You can go there to find that. Look for yourself. So he's not putting out misinformation. He's literally showing you, and you can reference what he is saying. And, 99 times out of 100, it checks out. So I would recommend going there. They can certainly put information together way better than I can. And that's where, that's one of the main strongholds that we have as individuals who still care about the truth and getting it out there and understanding what's going on in the world. I know there's a lot of criticisms like, oh, he's a Freemason, he's a Zionist. Well, I know he's a member of the Black Eye Club because I saw a picture of him with a black eye once. I'm sorry, none of that is convincing enough to me. When you look at his method, Alex Jones's method, InfoWars method, it's just straight up saying, here's the information, have a look at it. You're going to have a hard time demonstrating to me that that is somehow nefarious. The other thing is that the deep state, so called, or New World Order agenda, globalism, whatever you want to call it, one thing they never do is point you in the direction of Christ. And Alex Jones does that constantly. As far as the black eye thing, you know what? This guy's been in the public eye for decades, meaning he's had a camera on him for much of his life. So if at any point within the last few decades he's gotten a black eye somehow, there's going to be a photographic evidence of it. There's going to be a picture of it. That's not enough to demonstrate that he somehow is in cahoots with world controlling Zionists or whatever, what have you. If you can provide me with satisfactory evidence that Alex Jones is somehow misleading people, then I would certainly listen. And I'd probably still watch because, again, the only thing he's doing is saying, hey, look what they wrote. Hey, look what they're saying, and drawing attention to it. So, again, I really fail to see how this is somehow hurting anyone or anything. So my recommendation to you is to go to InfoWars. They have more funds, they have more ability to research and more time. It's what they are paid to do full time, and that's one of the last places you can find the truth these days. Certainly can't find it on TV. You can't find it in your newspaper. You can't find it in schools. You can't find it in magazines. So where do you go? Well, that's one of the last places. So if Alex Jones is ever offed, then it's pretty much like the end is here. Now it's time for you to head for the hills and pack your bags and get a move on because now free speech is totally dead. If they ever manage to pull that off, the only way he's enabled to continue to go on and do what he does is because he has invested millions into his own independent platform. They use their own um, I mean, here's another evidence. Actually, now come to think of it, is he's kicked off of Facebook. Infowars is kicked off of Twitter, off of all social media. They're not allowed on YouTube. They're censored all over the place. You try to share an Infowars link, it gets banned. They do keep changing their URL, so you still can share freeworldnews.tv. It's the same thing as Infowars. It's the same thing as band.video, but it's a URL that they haven't caught yet. So you can still do that, but they're okay. So these are deep state operatives, but all the deep state mainstream tools that are used out there are completely removing him and vanquishing him from their platforms. So make sense of that for me too. I'm sorry, there's just not enough. There's not enough, and by not enough I mean none. There's no evidence to support the idea that you're getting false information from Alex Jones. As a matter of fact, like I said, he just puts out information that you can vet for yourself. So I would challenge you to do that. If you think that InfoWars is somehow a deep state operation, why don't you watch an episode or two of the Alex Jones show? And when he starts making some controversial statements about what's going on in our world, then research it and find it out for yourself. He's made some statements about, well, see, I don't even want to say because this video is going to get taken down. It probably will already because I said Alex Jones. I said InfoWars. So we'll see how long this video lasts. Anyway, a little bit of a tangent there. Feel free to check out the website if you've ever wanted to look at any of these documents that I'm referencing for yourself. It's really hard for me to talk about it and then show you it. Also, I'm technologically impaired. I know there are ways to do that where you can just kind of make that the background and then you can see what I'm seeing. Um, that really wouldn't be of much benefit anyway, because some of these are like, well, some of them are like 600-page documents. Way too much to go over in any kind of a video, but I haven't included any of those on any links. One of those that's really long is Agenda 2020, and I didn't feel the need to include that because Agenda 2030 kind of absorbs that, and it's not as long. So anyway, um, there's where you can go for the documents, um, and for videos that have been banned elsewhere. I did just get on Rumble too, under deconstructing paradigm or deconstruct paradigm. It's yeah, deconstructing paradigm, because the A, it wouldn't fit. So just deconstructing paradigm. I've only got one video up there. I don't know how far into Rumble I'll really get, but I thought whatever, I'll try to put myself on another platform as well. So anyway, I will put up some more videos. I have them, and I've had them for a couple weeks. However, YouTube has prevented me from putting them up. I've got a couple. There's nothing else to do but to. I can't just censor everything. The things that are important to say are the things that are not allowed to say. So I just have to say them. And if I get kicked off, I get kicked off. If I sugarcoat everything and dance around things so that I don't kicked off, then the information isn't getting out there, and it defeats the purpose. So I'm just going to have to do it, and we'll see what they delete and what they don't. Um, so I'll put out more content here on YouTube for while I can. Otherwise, you may want to reference the website. You may not want to. It's up to you. Just putting it out there.